Well, good evening, everybody. I hope I find you well and having a successful week so far. It's been an interesting time of the year with all the public holidays and things that are happening around us. So this evening I wanted to just share with you something that's been really challenging me. And it comes from the book of Colossians chapter 3. And I'm going to be reading from verse 22 on. It says, "Slaves, do not obey your earthly masters and do everything to try to please them. All the time, not just when they're watching you. Serve them sincerely because of your reverent fear of the Lord." And verse 23, right, this is the one that really clinches it for me. "Work willingly in whatever you do as though you were working for the Lord rather than people." Remember, you are serving Christ as your master. I think about how many times, perhaps when the boss is not around or someone's not watching, how we feel a little more free, a little more liberated perhaps to take advantage, to take opportunities, to do things kind of our way, to take a shortcut, to perhaps pass a job off onto a colleague and expect them to kind of just do it for you and take care of it. We do these things and we forget about the fact that God is always with us. He is always present with us. He's not angry. He's not upset. He's not bewildered or lost or confused. But I think that sometimes maybe to a certain degree, there's a certain amount of perhaps, can I say, disappointment, frustration maybe, at our mindset and our attitudes. You know, Christ gave us the example of doing exactly what the Father wanted. His entire life, his entire existence, his willingness to be crucified on the cross, his resurrection, and his subsequent ascension to heaven was absolutely all because of one thing. He did it because he knew that in that way he would please God. And the scriptures continue to tell us that if we do these things, that we will be proxy or invited into an inheritance. Think about an inheritance as being much more than simply getting someone's property or getting some new item from a long lost uncle or some cash to buy a new car or pay off the house or go on a holiday. It's much bigger than that. There's a sense of generational intentionality involved in this. There's something eternal that adds value. You know, the scriptures tell us that we need to store our treasures in heaven, not on earth where moths and worms can eat it. And I get the great sense from this piece of scripture that Paul is inspiring and motivating the Colossian church, that in everything that they do it with a sense of love and respect and as an act of honoring God. Because that is what we really need to be doing, rather than trying to be noticed by those around us. I trust this has challenged you as it has me, and may the Lord bless you and keep you, and make his face to shine upon you, and may you know his love by serving him willingly and with all your heart. God night.